Welcome to this tutorial on tips for Azure SQL Scale-Out. As your database grows, it is essential to scale out your Azure SQL database to handle increased traffic and large amounts of data. First, understand the concept of sharding, which involves dividing your data into smaller, independent pieces called shards, each containing a subset of your overall data. This allows you to distribute your data across multiple databases, making it easier to manage and scale. Next, consider using Azure SQL Database Elastic Pools, which enable you to manage and scale multiple databases as a single unit. This simplifies the process of scaling out your database and helps reduce costs. To implement sharding, start by identifying the shard key, which is the column or set of columns used to determine which shard a particular piece of data belongs to. Then, create a shard map, which is a data structure that maps each shard key to a specific shard. Another key concept is data routing, which involves directing incoming requests to the correct shard based on the shard key. This can be done using a shard router, which is a component that receives incoming requests and routes them to the correct shard. When scaling out your Azure SQL database, it is essential to consider data consistency and integrity. Use transactions and locking mechanisms to ensure that data is consistent across all shards. In addition, monitor your database performance regularly to identify bottlenecks and areas for improvement. Use Azure SQL database metrics and logging to track performance and make data-driven decisions. Best practices for Azure SQL Scale-Out include starting with a small number of shards and gradually increasing as needed, using automation to simplify the scaling process, and implementing a robust monitoring and alerting system. By following these tips and best practices, you can successfully scale out your Azure SQL database and improve performance, reliability, and scalability. Remember to plan carefully, monitor regularly, and automate where possible to get the most out of your Azure SQL database.